While others were partying, you were reading. While the world slept, you stayed up with a book and a dream. They called it boring, you called it sacrifice. But in 2025, that sacrifice will speak louder than words. Because success never asks for comfort, it demands commitment. And in the end, only those who sacrifice now will stand tall when the world applauds later. Asterisk asterisk 2025 isn't just a year, it's a result. Your study is the sacrifice, and your sacrifice is the story the world will one day celebrate. In a world full of distractions, where scrolling feels easier than studying and giving up feels more tempting than grinding forward, there stands a rare kind of person, someone who chooses sacrifice over comfort, and maybe that person is you. While your friends are out chasing temporary pleasures, you've locked yourself in a quiet room with nothing but books, ambition, and late-night doubts. While others chase shortcuts, you chose the long, hard road, the road of sleepless nights, mental exhaustion, and silent tears. And yet you keep going. You're not just studying for exams, you're building a future. You're not just memorizing formulas, you're rewriting your destiny. People may not see your sacrifice right now. They may mock your discipline, question your obsession, or call you boring. But one day, when the world sees your success in 2025, they'll finally understand that this wasn't luck, this was built with pain, persistence, and purpose. This is more than a study routine. This is a war between the old version of you and the future you're fighting for. And in that war, sacrifice is your sword. So if you're tired, exhausted, or thinking of quitting, don't. You're not behind. You're just in the process of becoming unforgettable. 2025 belongs to the ones who sacrifice now. Study hard, stay focused, succeed louder. Comfort is a thief, it steals your future. There's a silent thief robbing dreams every single day. It doesn't wear a mask. It doesn't break into your room. It doesn't even raise alarms. This thief looks like your warm bed at 5 a.m. It feels like just 5 more minutes on your phone. It sounds like I'll do it tomorrow, or I deserve a break. This thief is called comfort, and it's stealing your future, piece by piece, while you watch and do nothing. The lie comfort tells you comfort doesn't arrive with a warning. It shows up like a friend offering peace, ease, and rest. It tells you you've worked enough today. Don't stress yourself. One day off won't matter, but that's the trap. One day becomes 2. 2 days become a week. And slowly, without even realizing it, you slip from your goals, drift from your dreams, and abandon your discipline. Comfort tells you what you want to hear, but it never tells you the price you're paying for listening. Because behind every "I'll do it later" is an opportunity lost. Behind every "I don't feel like it" is progress that could have been made. Behind every nap you take instead of preparing, someone else is rising. While you remain stuck, success and sacrifice are twins. There's a reason the word sacrifice exists in every success story. You show me someone who made it in 2025, I'll show you someone who sacrificed in 2024. While you were relaxing, they were grinding. While you were watching movies, they were taking notes. While you were waiting for motivation, they were showing up anyway. Greatness never shows up at your door. You have to chase it. You have to wrestle with resistance, beat procrastination, and rise when your body screams rest. That's the cost. Success requires sacrifice. Sacrifice requires saying no to comfort. Your dreams are not waiting forever, let's be brutally honest. Time is not your friend. Every hour you waste, you don't get it back. Every day you delay, the dream moves one step further away. You might think it's just one more break. But that break could become a habit. That habit could become a lifestyle, and that lifestyle, it kills dreams. Time will pass anyway. The question is, will it pass with progress or regret? 1 year from now, will you be celebrating results or explaining excuses? You can't control where you started, but you can absolutely control what you do with today. The pain of discipline vs. the pain of regret. You have 2 choices. The pain of discipline, waking up early, studying late, saying no to temptations, staying consistent. The pain of regret, looking back in 2025, wishing you had started earlier, worked harder, stayed focused. Pain is guaranteed, but only one of those leads to a life you're proud of. Comfort feels good now, but it's lying to you. It's wrapping you in chains disguised as peace. It's whispering, "You're safe here," while your future slowly burns. Discipline is hard now, but it sets you free. It makes you stronger, sharper, more dangerous to failure itself. Choose your pain wisely, because one builds your future and the other buries it. You were not born for average. You were not born just to scroll endlessly, binge, watch shows, and live a forgettable life. There is power inside you, but it will not rise inside comfort. You have a dream, right? A vision of who you want to become, then act like it. Start choosing actions that match that vision. Start making decisions like your future depends on them, because it does. No one is coming to save you. No one will do the hard work for you. If you want success in 2025, you better be ready to suffer now. Not suffer pointlessly, but suffer with purpose. Suffer knowing you're building something eternal. Comfort feels good today, but discipline feels better for life. So here's the deal tonight: skip the comfort. Pick up that book, open that laptop, turn off that phone, remind yourself why you started. Study like your future is being decided today, because it is. Comfort is a thief. It's already stolen enough from you. Take it back. Take your time back. Take your dreams back. Take your life back. 2025 belongs to the ones who refuse to settle. So rise, focus, and fight for what's yours. Because you're not average, you're a warrior in the making. Sacrifice today, so they remember your name tomorrow. There comes a moment in every life when you must decide who you want to be remembered as: someone who played it safe or someone who sacrificed everything to rise. And if you're listening to this right now, chances are you're not here to live a small life. You're not here to be forgotten. You're not here to simply pass time. You're here because something inside you refuses to settle. Something inside you wants to be remembered, not for your comfort, but for your commitment. But let me tell you this: nobody will remember the person who gave up. Nobody will clap for the one who chose comfort over calling. Nobody writes stories about people who didn't show up when it mattered. They only remember those who sacrificed. The invisible work that builds unshakable results: the late nights, the early mornings, the hours spent studying when no one else was watching. That's where legends are born. People see the glory, they see the spotlight. But what they don't see is the years of invisible work. Times you chose discipline over distraction, books over parties, and purpose over pleasure. They don't see the nights when you cried quietly, wondering if it's even worth it. But that's the price. That's the entry fee to greatness. No one remembers comfort, but they never forget sacrifice. One day, they'll ask you how you did it. They'll see your results in 2025. They'll see your success, your confidence, your freedom, and they'll ask, how did you do it? How did you stay so focused? What made you different? And you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because you paid the price when it was hard. You'll say, I made a choice. I gave up temporary fun for permanent greatness. I sacrificed when it wasn't popular. I stayed disciplined when nobody believed in me, not even myself sometimes. That's the answer. That's always the answer. Sacrifice. You don't get remembered for what you said you'd do. You get remembered for what you actually did when nobody was watching. They may laugh now, but they'll clap later. Right now, people may not understand. Your friends might joke. Why are you so serious? They might say, one day off won't hurt you. They might even try to pull you back into comfort. Let them laugh, let them go. Because the same people who mock you today will be the ones who say, I always believed in you. When you win, they'll be the ones asking for advice, asking for help, asking how you made it, but they weren't there for the sacrifice. They didn't feel the pain, the pressure, the silent nights of pushing through, but you did. And that's what will separate you in 2025. Not talent, not luck, not background, but sacrifice. Sacrifice is the seed of legacy. Understand this: when you sacrifice today, you're not just grinding for a grade, a goal, or an exam. You're building something bigger: a reputation, a name, a legacy, one that says, this person didn't quit. One that echoes long after the moment has passed. You don't have to be the smartest. You just have to be the most committed. When others get tired, you keep going. When it gets hard, you lean in harder. When it feels like you can't, you remind yourself why you must. Because you're not doing this just for now. You're doing it so that tomorrow they speak your name with respect. They remember your story, they teach your journey, and they tell others, this is what sacrifice looks like. So here's my challenge to you. When the alarm goes off, get up. When your friends are going out, choose the grind. When your body wants to quit, let your future do the talking. Study hard. Push forward. Sacrifice now, because one day they won't ask what you gave up. They'll only see what you've gained. One day they won't remember the hours you spent studying. They'll remember the moment you won. And when your name is written in results, in success, in legacy, let it stand for one thing. This person sacrificed, and because of that, they earned everything. So sacrifice today, suffer with purpose, grind with intention, and let the world remember your name tomorrow. Nobody will save you. This is your fight. There's a hard truth that most people don't want to hear. No one is coming to save you. Not your teachers, not your parents, not your friends, not luck, not talent, not even time. This is your life, and no one will fight for it the way you must. You can wait, you can wish, you can hope, but nothing will change until you stand up and face the battle yourself. Because this grind, this pain, this goal you're chasing, it's your fight. Stop waiting for a rescue. Too many people spend their lives waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for someone to push them, believe in them, or carry them across the finish line. But let's be real, that help isn't coming. No one's going to show up and study for you. No one's going to push through exhaustion for you. No one's going to fight through the late nights and early mornings with your name on the line. You have to save yourself. You have to be your own hero. Own your pain. Own your power. You will get tired. You will feel like quitting. You will question everything, your ability, your worth, your path. But in those moments, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you've ever been told. And everything you need to win this fight, it's already inside you. The pain you feel right now. It's not a reason to give up. It's proof you're growing. And growth doesn't come through comfort. It comes through showing up when it's hard, when it's lonely, when no one is cheering you on. That's when champions are born, in the shadows. In silence, in struggle. Everyone wants the glory, but few want the grind. Everybody wants to win in 2025. Everybody wants the success, the results, the freedom. But not everybody is willing to bleed for it. Not everyone is willing to wake up early, stay up late, and sacrifice distractions for destiny. That's why most people never get there. They wait for someone else to light the fire. They wait for permission. They wait for motivation, but winners, they light their own fire. They fight their own battles. They move even when nobody's watching, because they know this is their fight. Excuses don't build success. Action does. You can list every reason why life is hard. You can blame your environment, your lack of support, your past. But here's the truth: excuses never build empires. You think the world is going to feel sorry for you. You think results care about your reasons. No, the world only sees the result, and that result is built by action. No more "I'll try." No more "maybe tomorrow." No more waiting. It's time to look yourself in the mirror and say, "No one else will do this for me, so I will." Because if you don't fight for your future, no one else will. This is your war, and you were built for it. This journey you're on, it's not supposed to be easy. You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for conquest. Every setback, every sleepless night, every second of self-doubt is part of your training. You are being prepared, forged, and tested, because what's waiting for you on the other side requires this version of you to die, so the stronger one inside can rise. The stronger you, the disciplined you, the focused, unshakable, and unbeatable version of yourself. That version will own 2025. But to become that, you have to stop waiting and start fighting. So what are you going to do tonight? Complain or commit? Sleep or sacrifice? Wait or work? You know what you need to do. Silence the distractions, pick up the pen, open the book, and go to war for your dream. This is your life. This is your shot. And nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to save you. But that's the best part. Because when you rise, when you overcome, when you look back and see how far you came, you'll know one thing for sure: I did this, I fought for this, and I earned every second of it. This is your fight. So fight like it. Because 2025 doesn't reward the weak. It remembers the warriors who didn't wait for a rescue, they became their own rescue. Fire 2025 will remember the ones who didn't quit. There's something powerful about people who refuse to quit. They may not be the loudest. They may not have the most resources. They may not even be the most talented, but they're the ones still standing when everyone else has given up. And in the end, they're the ones the world remembers. Because 2025 will not remember who started strong. It will remember who finished, who endured, who didn't quit no matter how hard the road became. Quitting is always the easier option. Let's be honest, quitting is easy. It doesn't require effort. It doesn't demand discipline. All it takes is a decision to stop showing up. Quitting tells you you've done enough. It whispers, this is too much. Take the easy way out. It lies to you and says, you'll try again later. But here's the truth. Later is never promised. And most people never come back once they quit. That's why the finish line is so empty, because most people gave up halfway through. It's not about how you feel, it's about what you fight, for there will be days when you feel tired. There will be days when you doubt yourself. There will be days when the results don't show and you wonder, is this even worth it? But the people who win in 2025 won't be the ones who always felt good. They'll be the ones who kept going anyway. They studied even when they didn't feel motivated. They showed up even when no one else believed in them. They stayed consistent, even when it felt like nothing was working. Because they understood something powerful: consistency beats intensity, effort beats excuses, and discipline beats everything. Your struggle is your strength in disguise. You think this pain is punishment. It's not, it's preparation. You think this silence means you're being overlooked. No, it means you're being trained. Every hour you study, every time you say no to distractions, every moment you choose discipline over comfort, you're not falling behind. You're building something unbreakable. Your sacrifice today is shaping the version of you that 2025 will applaud. But you only get there if you don't quit. The world doesn't owe you success, but it respects the ones who don't quit in life. Nobody owes you recognition. Nobody owes you praise. You don't get remembered because you wanted success. You get remembered because you earned it the hard way. There's no shortcut. There's no cheat code. There's just the grind, the focus, the fight. And while the world may not notice your efforts right now, one day they will. One day they'll look back at the person who kept showing up, the one who didn't quit after the first failure, or the second, or the 100th, and they'll say, that person, they never gave up. And now look at them. That's the legacy you're writing. Every day you keep going is another line in your success story. And trust me, 2025 will remember that story. You're closer than you think. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've been working for months without seeing results. Maybe you feel like everyone else is moving ahead while you're stuck in the same place. But let me tell you, this breakthrough always comes right after the breakdown. Success always feels far, this right before it arrives. Most people give up inches before the finish line. Not because they weren't capable, but because they stopped believing. Don't let that be you. Don't let temporary pain destroy your permanent potential. You've come too far to quit now. You've sacrificed too much to walk away. 2025 is closer than it feels, and it's waiting for you to rise, not retreat. So here's what you need to remember. When it hurts, keep going. When you're tired, keep showing up. When it feels impossible, remember who you're doing this for. You are not just studying for a score. You're grinding for your future. You're building a name that will be remembered. You're creating a story of someone who refused to quit and became unstoppable because of it. Let others fall behind. Let others make excuses. Let others quit. But not you. You are built for more. You are made for greatness. And you were born to finish what you started. So push, endure, stay in the fight. Because 2025 belongs to the warriors who didn't quit. And if you're still breathing, if you still have a dream, if you still believe in the person you're becoming, then get back up and finish strong.